Good morning. Welcome everyone to the Core Message Masterclass. I'm super excited to share with you today how you can become your message. So what we'll be doing is working on creating your core message for your business so that you see and own and integrate it as the DNA of your business. And through that core message, we'll be creating stories that you can use to create more yeses so that people are reaching out to you, wanting to work with you, and we'll also use it to really help you begin to clarify your transformational process. So say hello once you join. Let me know if you catch me on the replay and ask questions. This is gonna be very interactive. I'm gonna have you even share as we go what your message you're creating so that I can give you feedback as we go and you can start to refine and shape that. And of course, my mission always is to make this applicable to you, make it practical so you walk away with a draft of your core message. And I'm going to be sharing some story prompts so you'll also walk away with potentially 5 posts that you can start writing, and then you'll have 5 posts already that you can share for the next 5 days. All right, so if you all don't know me and you're new to me, I'm Corey. I am a business and transformation and writing coach. So really helping you grow your business, attract your soulmate clients, coming from a place of living out that message that you're here to share. So being able to write from a place of heart, of intuition, of purpose, and really going deeper into who you're meant to serve and why and how, and having that come through in how you speak and what you write, how you share, what you share, all of that, really using your words to really transform your business and help your clients transform their businesses so that you are, what I like to say is you're growing your business the right way. Right, meaning W-R-I-T-E. Because words are super powerful and we can totally transform everything with the right attention to how we speak, what we share, and the words that we're choosing in every moment of every day. So I do have a presentation I'm going to share. Let me just change my thing and I will share. Say hello if you're there because I want to hear what your message is as we go. Okay. Hopefully y'all can see this. Perfect. So what we're going to be focusing on today is how to create your core message. And like I mentioned, your core message is going to be like your blueprint, not your blueprint, but maybe your blueprint, your spiritual blueprint, the DNA of your business. So it'll help you really become magnetic to your soulmate clients. They're reaching out and saying yes to you. And this doesn't require any complicated strategies. For me, in the beginning of my business, I was searching for the right answer, the right strategy. I wanted all the, templates and scripts and all those things because I thought that that's what I needed in order to get my message out, to reach more people, to attract more clients, to grow my business. And what I found was all of those things really ended up just disconnecting me from myself, from my core message, from who I'm meant to serve and how I'm meant to serve them, because it was someone else's strategy, it was someone else's steps. And that made me, maybe you've had this experience too, feel a little bit like a fraud. Here I am trying to use someone else's steps or someone else's templates or scripts. And so it doesn't come through to your clients authentically. And that's a lot of the reasons why your clients don't reach out or they keep scrolling. Or even if you are on sales calls, they can still feel that sense of incongruency in that little bit of inconsistency in who you say you are and who you are. And that's what we're going to work on today, is eliminating that so that you are your message and your clients who you are meant to serve are reaching out because they resonate with that message. All right, and I'll also share client stories with you so you can see how this works. And at the end, share some opportunities to work with me further to really transform not only, of course, your messaging, because that's the core of your business, but also, like I mentioned, how that translates into really refining your transformational journey so that you know and feel confident in how you're leading your clients to transformation. Okay. So a lot of times what's happening with our message, and like I mentioned, this happened to me in the beginning, is what is missing, and this is what's blocking clients from reaching out and saying yes right away, is connection, clarity, and consistency. And how I'm going to guide you through this is we're going to address each of these steps or each of these blocks. And how we're going to address those blocks is how we're going to write your message, because the 3 steps that I'm sharing with you of how to create your core message will address these 3 things, will help you connect more deeply with who you are meant to serve and how, will give you clarity in your message, and then will also help you with showing up consistently and sharing that message. All right, so the first part is letting you know what you'll walk away with. So what you're going to learn today is how to create this core message that I mentioned is the DNA of your business. And then how to use that to create heartfelt stories that call in your soulmate clients, saying yes, wanting to get on a call, wanting to hire you. And then again, how to use that core message to really refine and elevate your transformational client journey. Cool? Okay. Let me see if there's any questions before I go. Okay, awesome. All right, so if you're ready, share a little, I love hearts and likes. So share some love and let me know you're ready, and we'll go ahead and move into the first step, which again, like I mentioned, the first step is going to be addressing connection. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so the first step, how do we address this piece that's missing a lot of times in your core message, which is that connection. So the connection piece is critical because, all sales are connection conversation. Being able to connect with someone on a deeper level, connect someone, from heart, from feeling like you have something to share and you want to know them and they want to know you. And so where this sometimes gets skewed is if you are writing your message to a ideal client, dream client, or client avatar, your message is not going to resonate because all of those client avatars and dream and ideal clients, they're not real people. They're amalgamations of people. They're a bunch of different information that maybe you've researched and put together, but you're not speaking to a specific person. And even if, I had a coach one time have me speak to a person who I wanted to coach. And even then, it's not going to resonate. And the reason it's not going to resonate is because you're not going to be able to really speak to them in a deep enough level. And so how you can fix this and how this will come through and change completely and elevate and amplify your core message is you need to be speaking to your soulmate client. And who your soulmate client is a version of you a few years ago or a few steps behind you. And the reason why this is so critical is because you know exactly the pain that you were going through, what you were wrestling with, all the things that you were doing to try and fix whatever you thought was broken. And that deeper desire underneath, if it's the desire to grow your business, it's the desire to attract clients, that desire beneath that. And no one else knows that in the way that you know that, of course. So that is what makes having the soulmate client, the person you are speaking to in your message, so freaking powerful, because there is a deeper level of intimacy and depth and authenticity and vulnerability that comes through when you speak to your soulmate client, because you have been there, because you know all the things that were going through your head, all the emotions that you were feeling, all the, experiences that you went through that didn't work in the way that you wanted. And that's what you can speak to in your message. And when you speak to that resonates at such a deep level with your soulmate client that they want to reach out and work with you because they feel seen, they feel heard, they feel understood in a way they never have before. So let me just check my message. What you want to really uncover here, and how will I guide my clients to go deeper here once they get into my one-on-one program, is from this place, I guide them what I call my quantum strategy, to see themselves from a different place, being able to see themselves objectively and really connect with who they are now and who they were when they were their soulmate client. And then understanding the path, the struggle from a much higher perspective, and seeing in that, and how I guide them is to uncover in that struggle how that struggle and that core defining moment in their life really led to the development of their gifts. It's contributed to, a really unique set of traits, and it equipped them with superpowers like extrasensory perception that allows them to guide their clients in a way that no one else can. And so that is critical to being able to see yourself from a different place, see your struggle from a different way, and see how it was all meant so that you can serve your client in a way that no one else can. So that's the power of quantum vision, and I'll get into that more as we go. But the first part is letting go of all the client avatar, dream clients, ideal clients, all the things, and really going deep into who you were a few years ago or a few steps behind, and all that was going on for you at that time. So in this place, a lot of times what can come up is, maybe a lot of shame, a lot of regret, a lot of deep, heavy feelings. And so another area that I guide my clients through in this first step is through deep forgiveness work, in a way that really allows you to connect deeper from a place not of guilt or shame, but from sort of that loving, supportive place of wanting to guide your client in a way that's coming from pure love, really, from an elevated intention. So that you're not coming from a proving place or any sort of negative or heavy energy. You're coming from a place of, I'm here and I'm the only one who is the best equipped to guide you. So that's your first part, is who. The second, like I mentioned, we are going to talk about clarity. So the second part that really builds clarity in your messaging is the what part of your core message. So the what part, so you have your who, you have your soulmate client, who you were a couple years ago or a few steps behind. And then the what is going deeper into the body. So the first part, the who, is getting really into the heart, into forgiveness, into unconditional love. The second part is creating clarity in your message, comes from the what, comes from the body. Like, what were you experiencing as your soulmate client? What were all the thoughts that were racing through your head? What were all the things that you were doing that you thought you had to do in order to progress in your business? What was the solution you were seeking, and why did you think that was the solution? So really going deep into what you thought you needed in order to get, a higher level in your business or more clients into your practice, and what you know now that you need. But in this place, how to really elevate your message here is you have to go into the senses. That's why the body here is so important. And then in this practice of, maybe moving your hips and shaking out the energy and really grounding, walking on the grass and like connecting of the sensory experience of who you were. And again, like, that's why we do the forgiveness work, because when you go deep into who you were and what you were feeling, can be a lot of sadness. There can be a lot of shame, frustration. And you want to be able to feel that and maybe even intensify that so that you can release it. And so when you write from that place of what were the sensory experiences, what were the emotions, what did your world look like, your life look like at one moment in time when you were your soulmate client, that's what really makes your message magnetic. Any questions, my friends? Okay. Third step is then creating consistency. So remember, we want to remove all these blocks. So the third step is, how do you create consistency? A lot of times what happens with the consistency piece is when you're not connected to your soulmate client, you're not going deep into what she was experiencing, and then you're not getting a lot of people reaching out, you're not getting a lot of traction. It's easy to then just be really inconsistent, not want to show up, or when you're showing up, your message is not consistent, so it's confusing for your client. And so how you can create consistency in your core message is to connect at a deeper level with why. Why are you doing this work? Why are you the best mentor, the best coach, the best guide for your soulmate client? And then what is the deeper layers of that why? Because like I mentioned, you know your soulmate client, you know her surface level desires and fears, and you know her deeper level desires and fears. And when you connect to those deeper level desires and fears, that's when you connect with your purpose. When you see, holy cow, like you are the only person who can guide your soulmate client in the way that you can, based on your own experiences and the gifts that you were equipped with because of that experience. And then you know, oh my gosh, like I don't want anyone else, this is even me speaking for me, to go through what I went through. And so I'm going to show up every day. I'm going to share something every day that's going to help my soulmate client progress on her journey, have a new insight, shift her perspective, you know, alter her paradigm so that she sees what's possible for her. And that's what not only creates consistency in you showing up, but creates consistency in your message, because you know what she's going through, what she thinks she needs, why that's not what she needs, and why your program and your transformational process is the solution she's seeking. And if you don't show up and share, she's going to keep seeking. She's going to probably enroll in another program, work with another coach. She's not going to get the support that she truly needs, the support that can really make the difference for her. So the why is powerful. So the why also works with, you know, starting from the heart, getting into the body, and the why helps you connect with her. We're going from the emotional into the intellectual. So she starts to see how this decision of working with you is coming from not only emotion, but also from logic, how this is, it makes sense, right? So it not only feels like the right decision, she's connecting with you energetically, but it makes sense logically for her to get the support that you're offering. So that's also how your why can really elevate your message. The next part of this, once we bring these three together, your connection, your clarity, and your consistency, which is your who, your what, and your why, how we then use your core message to amplify and elevate your business so you're attracting your soulmate client is you're going to bring those three components together and offer your solution. So how your transformational process leads your client to the transformation that she desires, that she hasn't been able to get, and all the other things that she's tried, that she would do anything to remedy and would pay anything to get support in remedying or fixing. I don't like the word fixing as much, but in getting the support that she's, and really realizing the desire that she's been after for a very, very long time. So how you do this is when you take your how and you look back onto the who and the what and the why, then you can see, and you can help your client see through your message, your transformational process is the solution she's been seeking. So an example of this would be, I did this with one of my clients, is that she works with women who are very high achieving, sort of the type A woman, who has decided that she doesn't have time for a relationship because she needs to work on her business. She needs to accelerate her success, and a relationship would just get in the way. Yet she knows at a deeper level, even if she's not admitting it to herself, that she deeply desires a relationship, but she wants a relationship in a different way. She wants someone that can meet her where she is and they can grow together. Not someone that's going to maybe take her off track or take too much energy or all, getting into her mind. Like, why does she think that a relationship takes energy? Why does she think, not energy, but takes her away from what she wants instead of supports her in getting what she wants? So how she would meet her client in this message, she would talk to the high achieving woman who is focused on her career, who doesn't think she has time for a business, for a relationship, or who doesn't want a relationship, who thinks the relationship is going to take away from her business, but who deeply desires to be in a relationship at a different level. And then her solution is she does a conscious relationship model of connecting with your partner. So she would help her clients speak to them to where they are, what they're struggling with, what they want, even addressing how they haven't probably admitted to themselves what they want. But when she speaks to that will like resonate with them. Yeah, I do really want a relationship, but I'm really afraid it's going to impact my business negatively. And I'm not available for my business to be impacted negatively. But wow, she's saying that she can help me create a conscious relationship, and that relationship will help me grow my business and grow who I am and show me I can have an amazing relationship and an amazing business. And so that's how she brings her core message, the DNA of her business, into everything she does. So the who, the what, the why, and then her how is come into my conscious relationship program to learn how to create a conscious relationship while growing a business, while amplifying your message, all the things that her clients want. So once you do this, you have your DNA, you have your core message, then you want to create stories, because of course stories are what move people to make decisions, to buy, to purchase, to enroll in your practice. So how you want to create stories is first choose a connection practice. So what I mean by connection practice is you want to really connect deeply with your soulmate client. So you want to get out of your head into your heart, into your body. So this could mean going for a walk in nature, walking barefoot on the grass. It could mean just moving your hips and dancing. It could mean doing some meditation and visualization. But you're coming into a very intentional place so that you're creating your story from heart and body, not from mind. Not thinking you have to follow a specific set of steps in order to write your story. Connect also with your core message and who is this woman and what is she going through and what does she think she needs and what are all the stories she's telling herself that may be holding her back, and how are you the solution she's seeking. So what you can do to create stories is to pick a moment in time. That's the easiest way to do this. So you can start with, maybe your soulmate client. I'll use one of my clients as an example. She is, working, 10 plus hour days. And when she comes home, she has a glass of wine and she's reflecting on her day. And there's a part of her that's really satisfied with what she's creating. And then as she sits a little bit longer, maybe has one more sip of wine, she starts to feel this emptiness, this longing that she's been suppressing and denying, to want to come home and share her successes and share her adventures of the day with someone, and to be on this adventure of life with someone. So you go into that moment in time of her sitting at the end of the day, in her home alone, drinking a glass of wine, part of her proud of herself for being so independent, and then that little voice saying, well, there must be something more. And so you speak to that. You take her on a journey so that she sees where you are, and you need to be the person embodying the transformation that she wants, that you're the person who has the conscious relationship and a conscious business that you're proud of as well, so that she sees it's possible for her. So you take her on that journey of where she is, so she knows you're speaking right to her, what it took, like the things that you went through to get to where you are. And then you simply invite her to a call to explore what it would look like to work together, or even just to have a conversation. It can be really low risk. And like I said, I'm going to share some story prompts with you. But the thing with creating stories is you want to create stories with sensory details. So, what does it look like where she's sitting? What is the area around her? You can talk about, what does she see? What does she feel? What is she tasting? What is she sensing? And what is she thinking about what's going on in her world? To get deeper into this, so that your writing is really magnetic and you're writing from a really inspired, intuitive place, is, like I mentioned, connect first. Connect to heart. Forgive yourself for having not maybe progressed as fast as you wanted, for all the things that you went through to get to where you are, that your soulmate client is going through right now. And love, send out love, unconditional love to your soulmate client, that you are here to guide her to progress more quickly than you did, to forgo a lot of the pain that you went through. Second, then speak directly to her, like her thoughts, her fears, her desires, the deeper fears and desires. And then really, like I mentioned, connect in your body with the senses and go deeper. Become more vulnerable, become bolder in what you're claiming is possible for her, and in claiming what she's going through. So for example, like I mentioned, that client, like, she could talk, be vulnerable and bold about her client, kind of going through relationships, like just wanting to, have kind of a fix and then move on. And so speaking to that, being bold about that. And then the third step is present the solution with an invitation. And you want to, present your invitation from an elevated energetic frequency. That's why you do the forgiveness work. And the aligned structure is that the structure through which you support her in your transformational process is aligned with how you best work, with how she will best receive the transformation. All right. Okay. So like I mentioned, I'm going to share 5 story starters for you. And how you're going to do this is really focusing on the second piece. So speaking directly to where she is. And this can be tricky because a lot of times what I've seen is my clients and myself in the past, we speak to where we are, not to where our client is. And we want to do both, but we want to start with where she is. And where she is, she may not be aware that where you are is possible, or she may just need the first step. So she may still be thinking, I need to work harder. I need to prove myself. So you're going to speak to that. And then you're going to show her just the next step. She may not be ready to, go on this huge journey to where you want to take her just yet, but she is ready for that first step. And so how you can present the first step is here's your story prompts, is the first one is to talk about that surface level dream, because that's where she is. She may not be as connected to that deeper level dream. The second one is to then, as you are taking her on this journey, start to bring up some of those hidden fears and kind of layer them in. And you can layer them in, like I mentioned, into like little stories, into anecdotes of, just a fleeting thought crosses your mind as you're sitting alone at the end of the day drinking a glass of wine. And what is that thought? So that's 2. The third one is paint a picture of what it looks like in her life. So you can, for this one, you can talk about, what does her apartment look like, or her house? What's going on for her if she has kids, what's going on with her relationship with her kids. So you speak directly to one element of how her not being where she wants to be or not having the transformation that she desires, how is that affecting her relationship with her kids? That's 3. 4th one is, how is it affecting her relationship with her health? So you can talk about, maybe she's having a lot of sleep issues. Maybe she is wrestling with anxiety. Maybe she's wrestling with overeating and overdrinking to kind of distract herself from the fact that she's not living the life that she truly desires. So paint a picture of the impact on her health of not being where she wants to be. The next one then is paint a picture of how it's affecting her relationship. So is it that she's single because she is not allowing herself to be open to a relationship? Is she's in a relationship? Is she disconnected from her partner because she's so focused on her business? Or she's feels so bad about herself that her business is not where she wants to be, that she's disconnected from her partner? So you want to take those not all at once in one story, but make them separate stories. So the superficial or surface level dream, because that's what she can really connect to. The hidden fear that's there, but she's not quite aware of, but when you bring it up, she'll connect with it. How it's affecting her relationship with her family, with her friends. So that kind of 3rd layer. And then as we go deeper, how is it affecting her health, how she eats, how she sleeps, how she moves, her body. And then the last one, how it's affecting her relationship with her partner, or lack of having a relationship with a partner. So those are all 5 stories you can tell about where your client is, what she's wrestling with, how what she's wrestling with is affecting her, and then how you have a solution to guide her to that transformation that she desires. And as you speak to that in those 5 different stories and share, again, those sensory details, becoming more vulnerable, kind of deeper and bolder, she will reach out and ask you for a call. So I can share examples from my own experience, from my clients' experiences. When you go deeper, so one of the messages I shared was about the shame of investing and not getting results, which is unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, and maybe that's just part of all of our journeys, is very true for a lot of coaches. To invest in programs, some of those, sort of shiny object programs, do all the work and then not get results. And then when you've done that a couple times, a lot of shame comes up and you start to attack yourself and feel bad about yourself. So I did a video about that and just spoke about, again, that deeper level emotion that we want to just fix it. But we need to go through it in order to transform it. So that video led to a woman reaching out to me, jumping on a call, enrolling in my program. She had more than a year of just being frustrated with her business, not having clients reach out, not even just really getting disconnected from her business because she had enrolled in all these programs and hadn't gotten results. After our first session, she did a video, had 3 people reach out. A woman reached out, one of the women that reached out jumped on a call right away, enrolled in her program, and paid her on the call. And this is, again, like I mentioned, after months of nothing. And enrolled in a program that we had just refined and developed through going through quantum vision and seeing herself from a different level, seeing her struggle and seeing how her struggle was perfect and how it led to her superpowers, that led her to be able to guide her client in a way that no one else can. And when she started to see that and could speak to that from a different place, she became an energetic match and magnetic. And so of course people reached out and of course someone enrolled. And that was something that took, one session, a couple of days later, she had a client. Like, that's how powerful this is. So it's having not just the right words, it's having the right, energetic frequency, having the right alignment, in order for those words to connect with your soulmate client. And I have other clients who we did this work of really the quantum vision of seeing themselves and seeing their work and seeing their path and their unique traits. And just doing that work, they didn't even put anything out there, had people reach out to them. People that had been in their world kind of just hanging around, not taking action. After doing this work, just that difference in how they saw themselves and how they held themselves, had people reach out and like, powerful. So what that looks like in my mentorship is we go really deep into your unique gifts and traits, how you guide your clients in a way that no one else can, and really refining all of the elements of your messaging, your program, your process, your offer, so that it is magnetic to your soulmate client. And she knows she needs to invest and get the support that you are offering right away. And as we work through this and go deeper into this, what you'll start to see and notice, what starts to change, is that you start to sell and excel in a way that only you can, in a way that comes naturally to you, so that it feels effortless. And that shift in you shifts how your clients see you. And so then they do see you're the only one. There is no one else. And we take those two elements so that you are writing in a way that is speaking at a deeper level to the heart, mind, and spirit of your soulmate client without any templates or formulas, like from intuition, from inspiration, so that your message is magnetic and you're leading from that place of purpose. So what that looks like, it's a 10-week mentorship, and we go through each of these elements at a deeper level, and so that you are selling right away, as soon as possible, because that's the mission, is getting in the right place so that your message is magnetic, so that you can start working with your clients and you can start seeing that transformation in them and continue elevating your business, elevating your message, elevating your writing, all of that. So the investment is a mid 4-figure investment, super affordable, because of course the transformation is going to be much more than your investment, because that's important to me as well. And that is how we elevate your message and transform your business. So if you have a message that you just worked on as we were going through this, your why, what, sorry, who, what, why, how, send it to me. You can message me your message and I'll send you some feedback. And if you want to get on a call and we can even work through it together on a call, send me a message. We can jump on a call super easily. And then of course, if you are interested in getting support and really refining your message, refining your business, being magnetic to your soulmate clients, getting more yeses, having your stories really be transformational and activating and inspiring your clients to reach out to you, message me and we'll jump on a call and we can talk about what my 10-week program looks like and how it can help you really amplify and elevate your message and transform your business. Okay, I'm going to jump out of here. Okay, any questions? All right, friends. Well, let me know on the replay if you watch this. And again, I'd love to have you send me your draft message and even some of your story ideas, and would love to give you feedback on that. And I also have a little core message playbook. So if you would like a that, so you can kind of work on this and go through this and get deeper into this, send me a message and I'll hook you up with that. All right. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here, and I can't wait to hear your message and would love to jump on a call with you and work through that with you and see how we can have how we can create more magnetism in your message and get more of your amazing soulmate clients reaching out to work with you to receive your amazing transformational work and get the support that they've been seeking and haven't been able to find because they didn't hear you, they didn't see you, and now they can once you start to really change your message to be exactly what they want and need. All right, my friends, see you all again soon. Bye.